welcome. This is a 30-minute meditation called Bhakti Break. And these meditation moments are meant to be me handing off some meditation tools to kind of guide yourself in towards your own experience. And I am reading a book, Pema Chodron. She's written a book, How to Meditate. So I liked one of the quotes from her Buddhist meditation teacher, Trungpa Rinpoche. He's written at the beginning of the book, "Our life is an endless journey. The practice of meditation allows us to experience all the textures of the landscape," which is what the journey is all about. So I like this is true. Like when we go on a road trip, it's not just about the destination, right? Especially if it's a long journey, it's that taking in of the shifting landscape as you move along. And so this is going to be the experience of meditation as well. It's not just one thing. We're multifaceted people, we're complex as people, and so there's going to be a whole myriad of experiences that shift and take place when you take your seat. So just being open to all that and welcoming in that experience. There's a playlist if you'd like to listen to something while you meditate. I enjoy music while I meditate. Some people prefer silence, so is this going to be your preference, and you can play with that. This playlist is Bhakti Break Intro. You can press play now. So as we develop a meditation practice, we're going to be focusing on getting ourselves comfortable. Okay, so I'm sitting on a pillow. You might not be able to see it, but I have something underneath my hips, and that just helps to lift the spine, lift the hips up so that your hips are in line with or maybe a little bit higher than your knees. This can help with some tension in the pelvis. It can also help to feel a little more alert through your spine. Can alleviate some of the more uncomfortable sensations of sitting for a long time. If sitting crisscross on the floor doesn't work for your body, that's fine. Take a chair or a comfortable higher seat. Maybe you stack more pillows. It's really up to you where you place the bones so that you can feel like you can sustain this. And make sure you're warm. I like to cover up with a sweater and socks. And once you find your comfortable seat, let your eyelids close. Some practices of meditation instruct to meditate with the eyes slightly open or half-lidded. And so if that feels a little more comfortable to you, you might take your eyes about halfway open and then gaze diagonally down in front of your seat at the floor in front of you. That's one way to let a little bit of light in, but not to be too distracted, like there's a shift of shape that wants to pull your eyes or something that draws your attention away from yourself. And again, my preference is eyes closed. That helps me to kind of draw in a really beautiful and intimate way. We'll start by focusing on the legs. Are your legs comfortable? You're here to meditate and get closer to yourself and to bring intimacy into your life, but you're not here to torture, okay? If your legs start to feel painful, take a short break. It's always okay to mindfully move a little bit and stretch. It's always okay to straighten out one or both knees and then come back in. So make sure that you bring some compassion into your self-awareness as you develop your practice. You want your practice to be something that you want to return to naturally, joyfully. With time, you'll want to sit down and continue. You'll kind of crave it. That moment of solitude, like you get to sip and savor your own self. And then how is your seat? I like to think of my sitting bones spread nice and wide beneath my spine. A nice broad seat to sit on. Helps to get a sense of groundedness, which is calming for the nervous system. It's also soothing for the rest of your torso and head. So you can stack effortlessly, easily over your broad and stable base. So it can help to relax some muscle tension or unnecessary gripping and holding. If you feel like your seat is firmly planted and comfortable underneath you. Next, we'll check in with the arms and the hands. So you want your hands to be resting wherever they feel natural and comfortable. Some people like to rest their palms kind of in their lap, one back of the hand into the other hand's palm. I usually prefer to go right for palms on thighs. This has a very grounding, calming effect. Especially when my days feel busy. If I feel like my mind is really active. Palms facing down on my thighs helps me to ground down out of all that overactivity in my thinking, busy mind. So I come right down into my body. If you place your palms a little too far away from you towards the knees, you might notice that that causes your shoulders to round forward or your upper body to slump. And if you have your wrists too close to the hips, you might feel that opposite effect, like you're kind of leaning backwards and having to grip on at the front of the hips in order to keep your spine upright. It's a good check-in to see where the hands are planted. Seeing if the elbows feel soft and relaxed. If you feel ease at the front of the hips. And if it feels like your spine can lift up tall. And let's check in with the torso. Your torso is the area from your hips through the spine up towards the collarbones. Can you feel this easy uplift of the spine? So you don't need to force sitting up tall, or you don't have to think about sitting back straight militantly. So you can instead feel a sense of confidence with the way the spine is uplifted. And also a sense of ease, like there is some movement still in the torso. We're never really all the way still. Sometimes I get a relationship with my heart beating in my chest. I can feel that heart rhythm, and that reminds me that I'm in movement. Sometimes I can feel some radiating energy that again doesn't move perfectly symmetrically, or the movement of your energy is more sporadic, more subtle, more consistent to change. It's an act of courage to sit with a strong back and an open front. We can use our posture and the way we hold ourselves to open our hearts and soften our minds. The heart opening and the mind softening can be in direct relationship with the tall, strong spine, happening on its own without any extra prompting or encouragement coming from you. It's more a sense of allowing the support within the body to surrender the parts that can do more letting go, more listening, and more witnessing. Next, check in with your face. I was already mentioning that you can practice meditation with your eyes gently open or completely closed. But look for the quality in and around your eyes in your face. Can you soften at the back of your eyes? And feel how there's a shift in tension around your temples, your cheekbones, the bridge of your nose, and the crease of your brow. You can use that body scan at the beginning of your meditation as a way of drawing your awareness inward. With so many things competing for our attention throughout our days, a body scan focusing on your legs, your seat, your torso, arms and hands, face and eyes. That can really help to draw you in. Practice of meditation is so much about allowing whatever is coming up for you. Giving yourself permission and kindness to be with, to watch, to listen. Notice what you brought in with this meditation. What did you bring with you? Is there something in your physical body that you brought with you? Something calling for your attention? Sometimes it's an area of the body you might notice is feeling clenched or tight. Sometimes they're nice sensations, like a part of your body is starting to feel good, light, tingly, warm. Sometimes they're challenging sensations. Sometimes our knees get sore, hips are tired, spine aches. Meditation isn't about good feelings versus bad ones. It's not about correcting a part of yourself. There's no such thing as a good meditation. The only basis for evaluation is a question, was I present? Which really just means, did I show up? Was I able to pay attention? Did my mind wander? And even the mind wandering, that's still meditation, because you have to be able to recognize what distraction is in order to make your way back towards centered awareness. So don't be hard on yourself. Wandering focus is progress. Notice what mood you brought with you into meditation. Did the energy in yourself feel like it was easy to sit? Did it feel like a struggle? Does your body feel grounded, or is there nervous energy that wants to have you fidgeting and moving? Just paying attention is enough. It doesn't need any extra pressure put on it. Sometimes I get an extra sense of space in my mind. I like to, with my eyes closed, lift my internal gaze like I'm gazing up towards the center of my brow. If you try that, see what happens to the sense of space at your forehead, sense of space at the sides of your temples. Can you sense space at the outer ears? Like your skull is expanding, but in the best possible way. Knowing what it is that you brought with you into meditation without dwelling on it. It's a key part of granting yourself permission to sit and be with what is. Giving yourself a sense of space around what was previously bothering you or making you feel contracted. In order to practice presence, we have to be willing to take a good, honest look at where we are. And if you need to focus on the breath, focus on your exhales, leaving your body. With each exhale, surrender deeper into a sense of presence of being. Exhaling deeper into these sensations that are a part of your body. Exhaling deeper into this surrendering of the mind. And exhaling deeper into the sense of space that you carry with you always. Feeling that as you breathe out, you're merging into all of this space that surrounds you, supports you, and guides you. One more breath out. To end this meditation, softly blink your eyes open. Join your hands in a prayer in front of your heart. Tuck your chin down towards your chest and acknowledge your heart center. Yoga practice ends with the word namaste, which means that the light within me greets and honors that same light within you and all others. Namaste.